Serious? Will, have you lost your mind? We can't leave the colony behind like this, not during this blackout, not with the MPT.
All right, chat, we gotta have a powwow real quick. Listen to me. Listen, let's talk. Sci-fi movies and games absolutely love having holograms. They're like, yo, holograms of the future. Everybody's gonna have them. Squish, I'm sure you've heard me rant about this before. I'm sorry, but I'm doing it again because that's pissing me off. How is there going to be a functional society where holograms are the norm for transmitting information from place to place so you can watch them, for TV, for fucking whatever you're using holograms for, but they're all going to be glitchy and full of scan lines and everything's all like distorted? Like, nobody in their right mind would sell a technology that has those kinds of glitches and think that's good to go. Like, they would perfect the resolution on holograms before it becomes commercially viable for a space station like this, right? I'm not alone in thinking that's weird that every freaking sci-fi thing out there has glitchy holograms, right? Drives me insane. It shouldn't be a thing. I think Star Trek is like one of the only things with their holodeck. Like, you don't see many glitches on that, but... Alright, rant over. Fuck, that drives me crazy. A robo, Reginald. Reginald's already a robo. I know it's a sci-fi stereotype and I hate it. Like, fix your damn holograms. There's no reason for it to look that way. It makes no sense. I'm gonna get so annoyed every time I see one of these holograms. It's gonna drive me crazy. And at this point, it's just like, people that are making these holograms for movies and stuff, they're like, oh, well, we're doing it that way because that's how it's always been. So, like, we want people to understand this is a hologram, so it's gotta be glitchy and gross. I'm like, no, listen, be a trailblazer. Don't be a person that does that. There's a show with, who's the chick from Battlestar Galactica? She's got a very raunchy name. Who is it? Squish, you know who I'm talking about. Starbuck. Who is she? She's in Riddick, and I loved her in that. You know, we have technology for this. Okay, Google. What's the name of the actress that plays Starbuck? It is Starbuck, right? Katie Sackhoff. There we go. I was way off with Sarah. Katie Sackhoff. She's in some new Netflix joint, and they actually had like realistic holograms in that. I was super stoked about it. I was like, yes! Too bad the rest of this show is boring as heck, so I couldn't watch past the first episode, but like, I was super stoked that they had good looking holograms. Star Wars takes place a long time ago. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, because the fact of the matter is that they have the technology to create holograms, but they didn't bother to perfect the technology before releasing it. Because if you think about it, like, if you got a flat screen TV, if all you had growing up was CRTs, right? And then they come out with this flat screen plasma LCD technology, but then you put it on your wall, but it's all glitchy and distorted and stuff, nobody would fucking buy that shit. And in Star Wars, they have actual screens and stuff, because you see it in the Millennium Falcon, you see it in the X-Wings, you see it in the Yavin 4 base with the big green things with the battle plans on it. Like, they have flat screen technology there. So there's no reason that they would release holograms and have them be all distorted and glitchy. It's awful. It's awful. The coolness of having a 3D floating image does not outweigh the fact that everything is distorted. I'm going to be real annoyed if I have to eat my words in 20 years when they come out with hologram technology and it is actually distorted and glitchy because they didn't bother to fix it. Or I'm going to be even more annoyed when it's distorted and glitchy and they did it on purpose to make it look more sci-fi. That's going to grind my gears. What am I looking for? Discs?